It could be a stormy night across central and eastern Kentucky as a powerhouse of a cold front blows across Kentucky. We'll time it for you with Live First Alert Defender.
Breaking news tonight, the search has ended for a robbery suspect police say escaped from custody more than 2 weeks ago.
WKYT investigates why one town's decision has led to some trouble on a southern Kentucky lake.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. WKYT News starts now with First Alert Weather.
Good evening. We have been here before. It is shaping up to be another stormy night across the bluegrass, and we've declared another First Alert severe weather day to protect your family.
We've already seen a few storms this afternoon, and more are on the way. We begin tonight with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey, who shows us what he's tracking on the First Alert Defender. Chris?
Yeah, it's a line of severe thunderstorms we'll have to keep a very close eye on getting into town well after midnight. Now, in the short term, there's still a severe thunderstorm watch that is out for the counties that are shaded in yellow. That is especially along and north of Interstate 64. That does include Lexington, Winchester, Versailles, and Lawrenceburg and north. But the southern extent of this, really nothing coming from the skies. Not expecting a whole lot over the next several hours. Most of the severe weather with this now into the Covington, Cincinnati area. That's the area we've been targeting for the past few hours with that thunderstorm complex across parts of Indiana. Little isolated shower here, maybe the occasional rumble of thunder into Wolfe County, into parts of Morgan County. But look at the bluegrass region, Lexington, Georgetown, Paris, areas that have been worked over the past several days by flooding rains and severe thunderstorms. Nothing going on. No worries with this stuff to our north. That is heading to the east and northeast, so Covington, Cincinnati, and eventually toward Columbus. Those will be the areas dealing with those showers and thunderstorms. Watching the southwestern sky, a couple of boomers trying to crank here southwest of Bowling Green, not having a whole lot of luck, and I really don't see a whole lot of thunderstorm action over the next several hours. It's once we go into very late tonight, we get this squall line of thunderstorms to race its way towards central and eastern Kentucky. That's with a strong cold front that'll cross the area into the wee hours of the morning and more than likely well after midnight. That's when that squall line gets in here. And guys, I suspect that's going to be our greatest threat for severe weather without question. I'll time that in with the latest hour-by-hour forecast on the future radar when I come back in a few minutes.
Thank you, Chris. And now to a breaking news alert we're tracking out of Powell County. After more than 2 weeks on the run, police say a Wolfe County robbery suspect is back in custody tonight. Within the last few hours, police tell us they arrested Dallas Cody Trent. They say he and his cousin John Trent jumped out of a transport van last month. They arrested John last night. Victor Puente just talked to Dallas Trent's parents.
Dallas Cody Trent is now in custody. The search for him took a couple of hours. His parents were waiting here at the jail when he was brought in. They tell me they had Cody, as they call him, talked into turning himself in a few days ago. He's been on the run since police say he and his cousin, John Trent, escaped from a jail transport vehicle while being taken to Wolfe County 2 weeks ago. John was arrested yesterday in Clay City after a woman called 911 saying a man came to her door, said he wanted to turn himself in. The search for Cody Trent began this afternoon when a driver called police saying a man had ran across the mountain parkway and was almost hit. Multiple agencies began a search near the Red River. They took him into custody around 4:30. His parents were waiting here at the jail. They tell me this has been heartbreaking for their family.
Horrible. We're just thankful he's okay because we've been right out there looking with him, and we're here at the jail hoping we'll get a scene. But Cody's not a bad boy. He just young, and he went down the wrong road.
Police say Trent will face some new charges because of everything that's happened over the past few weeks. In Powell County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Also breaking tonight, Paris police are investigating a shooting in an apartment complex. Police say a man fired shots at the Rucker Village Apartments around 4 this afternoon. They say an argument led to the shooting. Police say one of the bullets grazed a man's ear, but he was treated at the scene and will be okay. They have not arrested the man they say fired the shots.
They say they want to chase their dreams. So today, 7 players on the UK basketball team announced they're moving on to the NBA. This comes less than a week after the Cats lost in the Final Four. Our Rob Bromley was on hand for today's announcement. He joins us live from the UK campus. Rob?
Well, no surprises here this afternoon. As expected, 7 Wildcats declaring for the NBA draft, including freshman Karl Anthony Towns, and he could end up being the #1 pick come the last week of June. Towns, as you know, came in here with sky-high expectations, and he lived up to them. He played a tremendous game, one of the big one of the best big men in college basketball. His teammates were right with him on this big day, and he said he wouldn't want it any other way.
There's nothing I would have wanted this moment to be without my brothers. I would never want it to be up there by myself. That's not how we roll. That's not how we do things. That's not how this family operates. We always do everything together, and this is just another day to show how close this team really was.
I'm very, very proud. I'm very, very honored. You know, he came down here and he did great things for the school, for himself, and as a father, for the journey is just another chapter. I mean, just from what I see he did from day one to the end of the season, tremendous, and that's why I'm proud.
Well, that's Carltown Sr., certainly a proud father today. His son came a long ways, really improved in the one season he spent as a Kentucky Wildcat, and now he looks to move on to the next level, and he could become the #1 pick come the draft on June 25th. I'll be back with sports shortly. We'll have much, much more. For now, that's it from just outside the Joe Kraft Center. Sam Amber, back to you.
Rob, thank you. So here's a list. Along with Towns, the Harrison twins, Willie Cauley-Stein, Trey Lyles, Dakari Johnson, and Devin Booker also plan to enter the NBA draft. 5 baseball fields in Bourbon County have been washed out by flooding, and so now the Paris Youth Baseball League will have to postpone the season. The league's co-director says flooding swept away bleachers and ruined dugouts. Repairs, they say, will cost thousands of dollars, and the league is asking for volunteers to help with the cleanup.
We're taking volunteers at this time, and we've got some over here today just to pick up trash, pick up sticks, pick up logs, and start throwing that away. But it won't stop raining long enough for the city to get in here and for it to dry up enough that they can bring their equipment in to start cleaning it up.
The Paris Youth Baseball season is expected to start in the middle of May. The Lexington Parking Authority is still working to refund thousands of drivers mistakenly overcharged. After inquiries by WKYT earlier this year, Lex Park admitted parking tickets for those drivers were mistakenly doubled between 2008 and 2012, totaling about $98,000. During a board meeting today, Lex Park leaders told us they're still trying to track down every driver who's owed money.
We, as of 8 weeks, have heard back from over 900 people. We've sent out checks to those 900 people. That amount's still a little over $14,000, and we'll just keep doing it as they come in.
Lex Park leaders say they owed money to around 6,000 people in all, but some of those people, they say, still owe other fines.
It is a controversial decision that's led to some trouble at a lake. Leaders of a Pulaski County town voted to annex part of a park, and that opened the door for county leaders to allow alcohol sales for any concerts held at the park. Many people who live near the park aren't happy. They tell us they feel cheated. Investigative reporter Miranda Combs explains.
It's hard to see a dividing line in water, but the ripple effect of a county decision has caused one.
We don't have a voice.
Mary Lou Brown and several other like-minded Pulaski County residents met us on a chilly spring day at their beloved county park.
They can't decide whose idea it was.
This group has a following of more than 1,000 on Facebook.
We used to come down here every day in the summertime. My cousin lived next door, and every day we'd work on the farm. We'd come down here and we'd take us an evening dip.
The Pulaski County Park is in Nancy, a community that borders Lake Cumberland. The county was approached by a promoter who wanted to host a large concert at the park. Problem is, the promoter wants to have vendors selling alcohol. Nancy, including the park, is dry.
They just sneaked in like a thief in the night, and we didn't know until it was over.
As you can see, Burnside and Nancy aren't next to each other, but state statute allows for a corridor annexation, which allows Burnside to follow the shoreline up to Nancy, including the Pulaski County Park. It looks strange on a map, and it doesn't sit well with members of the Nancy community.
Because this wouldn't be the first time. Actually, the third time pieces of Nancy have been annexed. Burnside did a similar annexation to essentially make Lee's Ford Marina wet, and then pushed on down the road where a liquor store now sits.
Anything along the shoreline, if it runs from Burnside to Nancy, it's not safe. You know, you could be annexed any time. That's kind of the feeling that, you know, we have right now.
Do you understand where they're coming from when they say, we don't feel like our voices are being heard on this?
I do. I understand that. And it's a tough situation for me to be in as a county judge executive.
Judge Steve Kelly says much of the concern over the annexation has been blown out of proportion. He says only a portion, about 5 acres of the 800-acre park, this section here around the boat ramp, would be annexed. And alcohol would still not be allowed at the park, except with a special event license.
If you can't grow tourism on your lake, at your park, where can you? Where can you grow tourism?
If the unnamed promoter gets approval, the judge said there would probably be 1 concert a month during the summer.
Imagine, if you can, 1,500 boats packed in right there. It's going to be a mess. It's a safety hazard.
Potential payoffs for the local economy? Kelly says around $1.4 million at a time when the county is still digging out from the devastating financial hole caused by the drop in the lake level.
We've got a diamond in the rough with Pulaski County Park. It's the most beautiful place, one of the most beautiful places on the lake, and it's just underutilized.
They use the word annexation, but annexation is just a nice word for takeover. And that's what we feel like this is a takeover.
And Monday night, Burnside City Council voted unanimously to move forward with the annexation. Burnside's mayor told me the Corps of Engineers, who technically owns the park, will probably send a letter not opposing the annexation, and that portion of the park will then reside in Burnside.
But Miranda, it sounds like this isn't over for those people living around the park, right?
You know, they feel like it's unlawful, and they say legal action is on the way.
Wow.
Interesting dilemma, everybody, for people down there.
Very much so.
Thank you.
Thanks. A run to grab some breakfast took a frightening turn for an eastern Kentucky man. We'll explain what happened in 7 minutes.
Show you why a dry, live First Alert Defender bodes well for your evening. Severe thunderstorm watch has been canceled. What about that severe weather threat for the overnight? We're tracking a squall line, but I come back in a moment.